What an honor, what a day, what a beautiful day, what a successful day. What a privilege for me to stand before wonderful people. And before I become official, I want to first of all request you, our guest of honor, our leader, my friend and my parent, Haji Yunus Kakande. Allow me first to express myself not in an official way. I want first to give a story that whereas I have been known as an iron lady, a fighter, whatever it has been, there is one weakness I have. I don't know how to say goodbye. But I always love to remain with everybody I meet, to remain with everyone I work with, and I move with them all through. So, ladies and gentlemen, each one of you present today, you are part of my journey, and I am so grateful that I have you all in my life. I can never thank His Excellency, the President and the Commander-in-Chief. I can't thank him enough for the opportunities, many opportunities he has given me to know you important people in this country, to have great friends, to have very respectful people in my life. And therefore, Afande, my superior, new head of anti-corruption unit, Brigadier General Henry Isoke, I salute you because you come to work in a press that has great supporters, that has great prayer people, that has all institutions of government working for the president with one heart and one mind. So you're most welcome. The protocol is so long here, if I'm to observe. I have to tell you that I know each one of you by name, and I have a reason why I requested that you come today. I want to honor you and to thank you all for having come. Because, again, you're part of my journey, you're my friends, you're my comrades, you have supported, you have worked with us, and I'm so grateful that you're going to move together and have a corruption-free Uganda, but by all means. Now, the anti-corruption unity stuff, again, I have not started making my official remarks. I'm only expressing who I am. I am trying to think of how I should address all of you, and it's hard for me. But I will try to welcome you, very important people, and also to request you to keep supporting the State House Anti-Corruption Unit, because you are the people that have made the Anti-Corruption Unit heard in public, trusted, and achieved a lot in only 3 years. And I'm grateful. Let me start my official handover speech, because again, looking at you alone, I want to speak about each one of you individually, and that will take us another 2 days. Yet I don't have the time. The president has already put me in a very good press, and I'm so grateful. I'm in a prestigious National Defense College of Uganda, the first one of its own. We are having great resources. The professors at Makerere are giving us great resources already. So I am in a very good press, and I come here full of thanksgiving. How do I observe this protocol? The guest of honor, Secretary Office of the President, Haji Yunus Kakande, the new head of the State House Anti-Corruption Unit, Brigadier General Henry Isoke, my superior and my friend. We've had a very good chat. We have been in contact from the day Afande was appointed. And I want to answer your question, Pastor Laban Jumba, that one of the things the new head of anti-corruption has already pledged, and he will talk about it, is that he will leave the prayer altar in the office of the State House Anti-Corruption Unit. So that is already good news. The chairperson of the Leadership Code Tribunal, my senior comrade and friend, Dr. Rosalyn Karugonjo Segawa, again, Pastor Laban Jumba, the representative of the State House Comptroller, Senior Commissioner, Human Resource, our friend, our supporter in the State House, who we started this office together, the past State House, Mr. Eric Fagayo. You have sat so long, and this gentleman, stand and wave up. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so greatly, because Mr. Eric Fagayo came and sat in an empty office after the president launched the unit, and he ensured that everything was in place. I'm always grateful. The representative of the Commander Special Forces Command and the Director of Personnel and Administration, Colonel Grant Mugavi. The director, now I'm looking at my boss who we started the unit together, and I wanted to give a story. I realize it's a bit late, it's a bit long. Afande Johnson, Brigadier General Johnson Namanya, Brigadier Johnson Namanya was a commander PGB when I was a finance officer. So we have been moving together. When His Excellency the President gave me this great opportunity to lead the unit that was not yet in place, I looked for my friends who were still in command and where they were. For them, they had the resources, they had good positions. So one of the people I called first was Afande, Brigadier General Johnson Namanya. Can you stand up and we recognize you? This is the gentleman. Thank you very much for remaining a great leader and a personal friend. So I looked for Afande, Brigadier Johnson Namanya. I looked for the then Deputy IGP, Major General Sabit Muzei, and we sat in the office of one of our great friends now, Commissioner General of URA, John Musingus, because the State House Anti-Corruption was not yet having an office or a home. So the Commissioner General of URA has sent his apologies. He's actually out of the country. He should have been here, because the unit started in his office with the four of us converging to plan, and then get back to the Command-in-Chief with a plan to be implemented. Afande Johnson, thank you, because you can see the plan we made for of us. The room is full, the achievements are many. We remain very grateful as the anti-corruption family. The police, senior colleagues of mine, they represent the Deputy Director CID, actually the Acting Director CID, Senior Commissioner Kato. If I start the ranks, I will now mix up things, because ranks change time and again. But my senior comrades, like Senior Counsel Andrew put it, my first assignment, I moved with Commissioner of Police, Moses Kafero. We went and attacked the Wakiso Ministry's own office. He's the one who surrounded off. Mine was to show. Mine has always been coordinating. How would I have coordinated people who, if they had not availed themselves? Uganda police officers in the criminal department, the directorate, I cannot thank you enough. You have been so wonderful. Thank you very, very much. My comrade, the Director Forensics, Mubiru, Commission of Police, again, ranks are still disturbing, but I've been calling you comrades, and every time I call, you give results immediately. So Comrade Mubiru, please wave to the people. There are special ladies in police I want to recognize here. The handwriting expert, Sylvia, and I may have committed a big mistake not to have invited her. Where is she? Sylvia. To extend my sincere appreciation from the heart and thanksgiving. We have very few experts, if not the only one. Sylvia has been giving us reports of handwriting expert reports in a very short time. And then we have, I can't mention one by one. Police, you have been wonderful. Let me come to my family, the State House Anti-Corruption Unit. The detectives of the State House Anti-Corruption Unit, kindly stand up and come here. These are people who have been working day and night, because I've been giving them timelines. I just give them, I don't know what it takes to investigate a file, but I've been giving them just 2 weeks, you must conclude that case, and they have done it always. Looking at you, gentlemen, I am grateful. Yes, Superintendent of Police Ogematang, with your team. We have great ladies here in the criminal investigation officers attached to the anti-corruption unit. These are the I salute you, my comrades. Look at these people, and I am requesting that you appreciate these officers. They made a difference in the work done for us. We shall still work and serve our country wherever we are. I am getting more empowered. We are going to fight the corrupt. And I have already promised Afande that being my senior, anytime he can deploy me, I will even skip out of the coast to come and ensure that the corrupt are not joking anywhere. Yes, I am a security officer once and for all. I will always fight the evil, I will always fight the corrupt. And I have that power because I believe in the Almighty God, and His Excellency the President has already appointed me his fighter. Whenever there is a battle, he sends me. So now nobody will take that from me. Gentlemen and ladies, detective officers attached to anti-corruption unit, congratulations and well done. First, these people, and they appreciate you. Go sit and continue to make a difference in Uganda Police. Senior commissioners of police present and commissioners, please ensure that these ladies and gentlemen, these officers are protected, because they have investigated and arraigned in courts of law fellow senior police officers, and you know it. So let them not be harassed for the good work they did. And that's why I wanted to show them to you. Can you please face these people? Because there are a number of police, there are a number of their colleagues who are very senior to them, who they have arraigned in court to serve the citizens. Friends, keep up the good work, and the God of all power will reward you in good measure. Now, the senior advocates who stood here, led by Andrew, my senior comrade Andrew, you are about to change my mood. Because the words you spoke, I had never heard them when I was with you. Now today, I'm always arguing with them. You must do this, you have to do it. But then they say, but the law, and I'm like, the law can fit in as long as there is. So, and thank you very much. Amos and Israel, may God continue to bless you. Now, those are not the only lawyers. The three that stood here are the senior advocates that have made a difference. Because Amos, as you have been told, he has great command in the office of, the entire office of DPP. Andrew here coordinates all courts because he is a technical advisor to the Chief Justice. Then Israel Ocho is a principal legal officer who was working with the bye-Mugeven Land Commission of Inquiry. He understands all those issues. That's how we have managed to make a difference. my other young people from all regions of Uganda, those who work in the State House Anti-Corruption Unit call center, can you quickly come here and be seen? These are the people who speak all languages, the Luo, the Alu, the Rangi. They are here. They are always receiving complaints from all across the country, and they are never tired. These young people, you see, they need to be appreciated, because even Christmas, even Sunday, they are here receiving complaints. Yes, and you see how vigorous they are. And if you, friend, I'm introducing these people to you, and these are your great soldiers. These are the soldiers in the fight against corruption. These are the call center information officers, and we recruited them from all regions. So the call center of State House, you call, you talk any language, these young people will answer you. May you continue with the good work. May you always be there to say, we shall serve God and our country with all that we have. You are young enough to continue fighting until the corruption-free Uganda is attained. They are led by a legal officer, Captain Bunoti, because I keep the security. I don't hand over completely to the civilians. I put the civilians to speak very well, but also I put the soldier to say, please, this must be done. And you have done it. Congratulations. So face the people and ensure that you give a fund every support, every good support. And the God of peace will reward you. Kindly go back. Now the other good soldiers at Anti-Corruption Unit are funded are there is, when I called the investigators, the police, I left out the word operations. And the operations is where the senior officers of UPDF, the intelligence officers, belong. Can you stand up, my colleague, UPDF officers? In operations and cants, where are they? Major Otai, Major Okero, and then, okay, you're there. Those are the ones that stand behind the police officers to say, when you are about to be overpowered, we are ready to bring in the other force. Very well done, and please keep it up. Administration, the other lawyers, please stand up. We have 8 lawyers who are all doing good work. Ren Ndiomujenyi, yes, Mayombo is Lieutenant Mayombo. Mayombo is not just a lieutenant. The man is double. When he starts on a case, be sure it will be concluded in less than 2 weeks. And I am about to tell you some great news about the achievements. Then we have Mukama Wycliffe. We have, where is Sevikari? There is Sevikari Manuel and Renate. Well done, Council. And please continue the good work. Sit and continue doing the good work. I am forever in the battle fighting the evil. That one, whoever was thinking that Nakalema has gone, no way. I am getting my part. I am behind Afanda. Yes. Afanda is leading the team. The general is leading. I am behind, saying, yes, we must attain a corruption-free Uganda. Yes. The administration, led by a great lady who I met in the UK, working hard all the time, and she has been here running up and down. Azida Kovsinja with your team. Azida had been in the United Kingdom for over 10 years, and I looked at a lady working for the British but not well appreciated. So when I came and I was given this opportunity, I said, come and serve your country. These ladies you're seeing here with Captain Martin Orech, together with now the mask has taken you completely, like, plus the cap, I can't even recognize who you are. But are you Omodoy? Huh? Oh, Joromor Corin, Joromor. We have people here who are great. These people are in administration running up and down, and we've called ourselves all the time the achievers, because we have stood the pressure of the corrupt, and we have turned the corrupt to be the ones that must be chased, not us in the fight. We are resistant. We are achievers. Please keep the good work, and be sure that I will always be behind the Funde, looking out for results all the time. Yes, because once called to serve, you serve until God calls you to your final home. You don't serve and say, now I have gone. Go where? This is Uganda that we have all protected. Yes. Have your seats, my friends. And if I will not mention your name, please don't take it in bad faith. Know that I can call each one of you by name, and I have a special word for all of you. When I look at my friend, and now she's heading the big skilling of the youth in Uganda, again an initiative by His Excellency the President, and she's a doctor, Dr. Faith Katana. Wave to the people, let them know you that you are now heading the skilling, because once... Thank you very much, Dr. Faith Katana, my friend, and my supporter, but importantly, a prayer warrior. So the skilling Uganda, anti-corruption unit put there, and when someone wants to divert anything, and Faith, you will always be supported, and the Funde is here. Then there is another special person, Joyce Royce Mudondo. That Royce, please wave to the people. Very smart, always working. A courageous woman of God who ensures that the office of the President and the documents are well kept, are well delivered, are safeguarded. And you have always ensured that our briefs, our work, is well attended to. May God increase you in power and in faith. Auntie Jane, you are always at the altar, you are always counseling. Please wave to the people. So Auntie Jane Usinje. Yes, now I start on the speech, on the handover speech. And as I said, mine is not just handing over. I am saying we are in the battle. I am only going to be empowered the more to fight better. So, I thank you for sparing your great time of the weekend to grace this momentous occasion. It is a milestone for me as an individual, and for us here as the State House Anti-Corruption Unit family, and for all goodwill Ugandans. Today marks an important step in the history of Uganda's fight against corruption as we conduct this ceremony to affirm that the just and hardworking will not come to an end. The just and the hardworking, our work will not come to an end until we see a corruption-free Uganda that everyone will enjoy, every Ugandan. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy and proud to be handing over this very well-established office to my superior, Brigadier General Henry Isoke. It is a great pleasure for me, Afande. From inception, the Anti-Corruption Unit of State House gave ordinary Ugandans renewed hope in seeing a Uganda without corruption. His Excellency the President launched this unit on the 10th of December 2018 with a clear vision and promise to the people of Uganda that the evil we call corruption would be dealt with decisively wherever it reared its head. Since then, the Anti-Corruption Unit of State House made key strategic partnerships with the constitutionally mandated and statutory anti-corruption agencies, namely the Office and the Attorney General in particular, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, or DPP, the Office of the Auditor General, and I'm sorry I forgot to recognize the representative of the Auditor General, my friend. We started together that war, that very first operation at Wakiso, Senior Auditor Raphael Orowo. I had invited the EDPPDA. Is the Office of PPDA represented? Because these offices have supported us very, very much, and that's how we managed to achieve. We invited all of them, but maybe because of the weekend or other challenges, they are not here. But the Office of Auditor General, the PPDA, the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, Uganda Police Forces, the Financial Intelligence Authority, the Leadership Code Tribunal, and again, Dr. Kargonjo, the Chairperson, Leadership Code Tribunal, and your team, we are very grateful for your support, for your guidance, and for your zeal and will to support the work that the Anti-Corruption Unit is doing. The media fraternity, my friends in the media, looking at some of you who we have moved together, Livingstone Kateriga, Omukunja, my friends from Success Radio, Bena, and then our senior Dalton Kawesi, the Chief Operations Officer of NBS, and all of you, our media friends and partners, Danstan Busurwa, the Chief Operations Officer of BBS Terefina. We have had great partnerships, and you have made us work. You have exposed the corrupt. You have guided us where to go. We are very grateful to you as the State House Anti-Corruption Unit. We are grateful to the Fourth Estate, the media. You have made a big contribution, and please keep it up. I've already given the list of those that support us with one heart to Afande, and he will definitely rely on you to reporting the work, but not just reporting the work, also leading and contributing using your investigative skills. As a result of the collaboration we made, we have been increasingly receiving over 300 complaints every single day at the State House Anti-Corruption Unit, and that affirms the fact that there is a lot of public trust in the unit you have taken over, Afande. It's okay. You receive over 300 complaints per day, and you have to ensure that the detectives who are willing and able go through together with the lawyers, and then our work, right from inception, the President put it that we must be a rapid response unit. We don't wait. Once complaints that need immediate attention come, we drop everything else to attend to those to attend to complaints that regard life-saving, especially. We should be proud as the Anti-Corruption Unit family that as a unit we have conclusively handled 29,000 complaints in our 3 years, which Senior Counsel Andrew put in days. 29,000 complaints have been conclusively handled in our 3 years of operation, and we continue because Afande has come in with many skills, and I cannot be happier than I am today to hand over to a gentleman that is able and very well equipped and willing to ensure that the Ugandans are helped. Afande, I am proud of you. To date, ladies and gentlemen, the Anti-Corruption Unit has saved the government of Uganda more than 32 billion shillings that had been in the hands of thieves. We have a breakdown that we shall share with those who would want to have it, to ensure that you all remain hopeful that the fight against corruption can be won if everybody joins the fight. It's a moral issue, and that's why we invited the religious leaders. And I want to thank our Muslim leaders, Mufit Mubaje, and also Prince Nachibinge. They are cooperating with the unit in the fight against corruption. Haji, convey my very sincere appreciation to the Muslim leaders, because we have been working with these religious leaders to ensure that people are helped morally, but also we ensure that those that are supposed to be in court are there and there on time. Among the key ministries, departments, and agencies that were investigated where the 32 billion shillings was saved, we investigated the Office of the Prime Minister, and this was the COVID-19 food relief and the Kasese flood victims, and there we saved close to 9 billion shillings. In the Ministry of Works and Transport, over Bukasa Inland Port Project affected persons, we saved 3.9 billion shillings. Uganda Human Rights, you saw it in the news. We won convictions, and His Lordship, the Honorable Justice Lawrence, in his judgment, he directed that the money that had been stolen be refunded, but he also sent them for 2 years sentence in prisons. So those corrupt ones who have already been convicted, they will not serve our government for the next 10 years. We investigated Equal Opportunities Commission, gaming and lotteries, saved cash close to 900 million. The National Animal Genetics Resource Center, that is NAGRIC, when we took the leadership of NAGRIC to court, in 1 year, the non-profit revenue of NAGRIC raised from 800 million to 3.7 billion in 1 year. When we investigated Post Bank Uganda, took the entire leadership of, I think there were about 11, to courts of law, the profitability of Post Bank Uganda raised from 3.3 billion to 10 billion in 1 year. Soroti University, we took the secretary and others, saved money. Tropical Bank, we investigated it, saved $1 billion. I think the case was involving $1 billion plus. So we are a proud family of anti-corruption in that we have saved the government a lot of money. And all that is because the team I have shown you here has determined to work hard and to trust in God and to make a difference. And that is the one thing I urge all of you to do. Try to always make a difference in someone's life. And that alone can give you a great reward before God. During the first phase of the hard work of the State House Anti-Corruption Unit, actually it's not just the first phase, it is a continuing phase. 349 implicated persons have been arraigned to courts of law, and 47 persons have already been convicted and sentenced. Once again, congratulations, the Anti-Corruption Unit of State House. I will remain very proud of you. The Anti-Corruption Unit of State House also coordinated the repatriation of 617 distressed Ugandans from the Middle East, and those were returned to their worried and anxious families. We have many vocal and touching testimonies from all across the country, and that alone gives us pleasure to say that the good work that the good Lord has started in you must move on and move on even at a higher speed. May God enable you to do that. As I hand over this office today, I call upon all of you to continue this focus on serving God and our country. The work of the State House Anti-Corruption Unit has been assigned by the highest office in the land, and it's blessed by the Almighty God. What else do you need? The President is supportive, is guiding, and also you have the mighty God. You remember every time we meet, we start with amazing grace, and that's what I will end with. We have testimonies from Ugandans across the country expressing how significant the work we do in the State House Anti-Corruption has been appreciated countrywide. And that Afande, the new head of the State House Anti-Corruption Unit, This is work in progress, and I'll summarize it here. We still have 219 cases under hearing in courts of law, and we have 172 case files in final stages of investigations. We are making inquiries into more than 600 complaints, and the unit continues to receive more from the public and fellow Ugandans. We still have a lot of work to do. I urge you to do it diligently at all times, continuing with the culture we have established of patriotism, service to country, and dedication to the people of Uganda. The unit started out small, but with the full support of His Excellency the President and the Commander-in-Chief, we have since established a veritable structure composed of 5 sections with a total of 77 staff, excluding security. The State House Anti-Corruption Unit consists of the following sections. We have a legal section composed of 8 legal officers, of whom 3 are very senior and experienced advocates. We have investigations and operations formed up of 20 personnel that include 17 police detectives, 2 intelligence UPDF officers, and 1 auditor. We have a client management and public relations section, which includes 8, which is formed of 8 personnel, formed up of 2 client managers and 6 other staff. The call center is formed up of 20 personnel, managed by an army legal officer, very hardworking Captain Bunoti from the mountains of the Elgon region. And well done, keep it up. Bunoti never leaves that call center, and he puts his legal mind, and the young people I showed you, when they speak to different people in their languages, we actually do more of counseling than taking people to court. Those who have taken to court, we are grateful to the Office of DPP that the prosecution has been done and done well. Administration and records, composed of 18 personnel who include 2 army officers, 9 senior non-commissioned officers, and 7 civilian staff. I had indicated to you that us in security, we don't always completely surrender to the civilian authority. We only obey the civilian authority, but support them to ensure that the work is done well and done timely. I thank you all for the hard work you have done for the good of this country. Again, as I hand over this Anti-Corruption Unit office, I have high hopes that you will carry on the legacy we have together made and created great and renewed hope in the public. With the guidance of His Excellency the President, nothing is going to be hard offending. Ladies and gentlemen, we have had many councillors headed by His Excellency the President, who has always been on hand to support and guide us, and we remain very grateful in his honor. I wish to thank the Chief of Defense Forces and the Inspector General of Police for having given us the best of the officers to help us do our work, to do it and do it very well. I am very grateful to our leaders in police and the EPDF. I also thank our compatriots in the struggle against corruption, the Office of the Attorney General, the Inspectorate of Government, the Judiciary, the Office of Auditor General, the Office of DPP, the Leadership Code Tribunal, Uganda Police at large, the Financial Intelligence Authority. You have been so key, you are such a key component that we have worked closely, and you have made a great difference and you have given great hope. You made a great difference in the many lives of Ugandans. Thank you and thank you more. I finally want to thank His Excellency the President once again for supporting us with everything that we have needed in the fight. Us in the anti-corruption unit family, we have not been looking at the salaries or the comfort. We have always been looking at what can resource us to reach out to the needy, to reach out to the poor, to reach out to the vulnerable. And the President has given us those basics, and we are very grateful. Afande, the new head of anti-corruption unit, I wish you Godspeed on the journey to create a corruption-free Uganda. Allow me to thank the Commander-in-Chief and the President, His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for creating this unit and selecting me to lead it from inception. I thank him more for being a dedicated leader and a father to me as a person and a soldier and to the nation. His Excellency the President remains the father of the nation, remains a great leader, and remains the lead in the fight against corruption and ensuring that Ugandans have a corruption-free Uganda. I thank God for placing me where I am today under the guidance of His Excellency the President, who selected me personally to go and do this prestigious National Defense course. This is another great opportunity to advance my knowledge in strategic and military affairs so that I can serve my country even much better. The course I'm doing is not just military. The course we are doing at the National Defense College, it is strategic, for strategic leadership. And I can promise here publicly that I will utilize every opportunity to learn how to serve Ugandans and other people much better. To end with a verse, a scripture from Zechariah chapter 4 and verse 6. And it says, "So he said to me, this is the word of the Lord to Zerubbabel, and I own it up today as I hand over the office to your Afande. And I pray that you take it in good faith, that it's not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord." All we have managed to achieve, all the trust that the public has had, it has not been by our might, it has not been by our strength, it has been by God's grace. And I personally return all the glory to God. And I want to sing the song, Amazing Grace. Can you stand up and we sing as I finish, and I thank you again. Amazing grace, how sweet that sound, that saves a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that brought my heart to fear, and grace my... So guide me on what next.
Please invite you come and give the chairman.
Okay. There is one. Thank you, my forever family. So there is one team I forgot to thank, and really I'm being unfair to our security detail and those soldiers and comrades that have moved with me from day one, and we are moving together even now. My security detail led by Bariaite to come and give your remarks. And I wish you Godspeed and good luck in everything you do.